Wow, that's brutal on me. All right, I think that's better. All right. I do not know what happened with that one, with the first one, but anyway, we'll give it a minute for people to get in here. Give me just 1 second. I will be back. I want to delete the other one. So if you give me just 1 second, guys, I will be right back. I'm still here. Just give me a second. Where's the other one? Okay, I don't know what happened with that. All right. All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened with the other one. So I'm trying to do this light in a way so that I'm not blinded. But it's light. It's better than I'm in shadow the whole time. So I don't know what's going on here. All right, well, I guess that's going to have to do. Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm back in New York. I got in last night late, and so it was funny. I got to tell you real quick before we get started and everything. So Heather says to me, "Oh," she says, "so tomorrow's going to be 90. We riding?" I said, "Yes, we are." So I got her up early this morning, and we had to go do some grocery shopping and all that good stuff, and then we did some more running around that we had to do, and then it was time to go and ride, and that's what we did. We had a nice time. It was a really nice day. So it was that I needed. That I needed. All right. So before we get into anything here, I would like to remind everybody. Oh, nice bike. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Samantha. Yeah, that's my toy. I love that bike. I'm not gonna lie. I would just want to remind everybody before we get started that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. If you cannot abide by those very simple, easy rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're just not going to tolerate it. That's just how we that's how we roll here at the homestead, right? So look like you got a lot of sun. Oh, I'm sure it's the shadow of this number one, but yes, I definitely have gotten sun between being down in West Virginia and getting out today, and it was gorgeous. I mean, it did hit 90 here, but it was a good day to ride. I'm not, hey, like I said, honestly, guys, every day's a good day to ride. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if it's raining, not raining. If you're a motorcycle enthusiast, you know what I'm talking about. It is a lot of fun and it's really enjoyable. I gotta try to put this back here just a little bit because this is like blinding me. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, so we're going to be talking about power grid outages this year, and and they've already started to happen. Right, we've already had incidences, different parts of the country, where people are already having issues with the power grid. So, oh, my hand, I will actually show you. I was actually picking off. It's really healing up nicely, really, really nicely. Uh, but Edge Gardens are doing awesome in both properties. Thank you, JJ. Appreciate that. Yeah, the potatoes in West Virginia are just doing fantastic, and the tomatoes look good as well down there. So, before I left, and just so you guys know, I didn't put it on video down there, but I did get the asparagus planted that came in. So that is planted. I was given the recommendation of not to plant the garlic until the fall. If anybody says, nope, you can go ahead and plant the garlic now, please let me know in the comments. I have never planted garlic before, so I really don't know the ins and outs of garlic. But again, garlic is a perennial as well, which I think is awesome. So, really happy that that was sent, and I do appreciate that. To everybody that has sent something. Obviously, you guys know Ron Foster, has sent different things down there, and they are in the ground and they're growing. which is awesome again. Uh, Garlic you plant in the fall. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I will absolutely do that. But so if you guys watch my earlier video today, you will see that my sister's boyfriend uh, had done the favor of cutting the grass while I was gone, which I did appreciate. But unfortunately, he took out all five. Well, I had two other ones, but he took out five of my blueberry bushes. So I was like, oh, you know what? Somebody had said, oh, I would be pissed. Well, he didn't know. It wasn't done intentionally. He had no idea. And things happen, guys. Things happen. So, but Ed, did you see the news on 10K dead cows out there in Kansas? They're trying to us to believe it was heat. That I did not see. I did not see that. But thank you, Tammy, for letting me know. I had no idea. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of bizarre, I guess is the right term. But yeah, they should grow back, Jen. You're right. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to try to cage them in so that if anybody other than me cuts the grass in the future, they'll know that there are bushes there and not to cut them. But all right, so but anyway, like I said, I hope everybody has had a good week. So far, not too bad. I'm not going to complain. Like I said, it's a long drive, real good. No issues on the drive up. And I was like looking at the forecast, and I didn't really want to drive up here with, you know, I didn't want to drive up here, in a rainstorm the whole way. And I know there's rain in the forecast coming up, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and get to drive in and get up here. And I was talking with Heather, and she's like, I really miss you, Dad. And obviously I miss her as well. So really happy, to see her, spend time with her. We are pretty tight. I will say that she's a good girl, and I love her to death. And so it was, you know, so I'll be up here. I'm not exactly 100% sure when I will be heading back down, but you will find out when I'm back in West Virginia. That's how that goes. Yes, we went out on a ride today. Yep. So it was awesome. That's the only thing I can say. I love riding. So was that the reason for the return for riding? No, I had, there's always things that I have to take care of in New York as well. And that's okay. I mean, it's just, I'm going to be spending, moving forward. I'll be doing at least 3 weeks in West Virginia and then 1 week up here in New York. So, but that's yeah. So all right, let's get into the topic since we're already 8 minutes in and we haven't really discussed the topic at all yet. We got 419 in the chat already, guys. If you and only 132 thumbs up. So if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing so. I do really appreciate it, and it makes a big difference with the algorithms. Gas up here is $4.99. Now, in West Virginia, they never did it, and that's only because they did the tax break this month in New York, so that's why it's only $4.99, if you will. But in West Virginia, it was $4.85 when I left. No, $4.89. I'm sorry, $4.89. So not a big difference. Yes, interest rates today, and it's so funny. I love all the people. Um, yes, my New York post office box is now officially closed. I did go down there today. Anything that you would send to the post office in West Virginia will be forwarded to West Virginia. So I do have in the comments or in the description, I have the new post office box in West Virginia, which is in Coolidge, West Virginia. So just putting that out there. So if anybody wants to send anything, I'm more than happy to I love gifts. Not gonna lie, I appreciate things, and it's always very nice. So, but yeah, I see Asif is in the house, all the way from South Carolina. Sorry. Um, so anyway, interest rates today, 3/4 of a percentage point, which is what I had said in a video yesterday. Of course, I had people telling me, "Oh no, it's only going to go up a half a percentage point." Well, it was the 3/4 of a percent that they said. So in a 2 month period, they have raised it 1.25% because they raised it 50 basis points last month, and so then adding another 75 basis points this month. So what does that mean for you? It means if you try to get a mortgage, it's going to be more expensive. If you try to get a loan, it's going to be more expensive. So those things, and like when you go to get a car or any of that type of stuff, it's going to cost more. And that's just all what we all need right now, right? For everything to continue to go higher. So yeah, but anyway, power outages. Moving forward, we're looking at, they called, see, the problem is when they tell you ahead of time what is going to happen, they tell you ahead of time, this is what's going to happen. And then when it happens, people act surprised, like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, right? They're calling for it, and there's reasons behind it, right? Higher demand on the power grid. They're talking about that, but part of the problem is a very antiquated power grid system. That's been going on for quite a while. Excuse me. That's been going on for quite a while. They haven't been upgrading the power grid. They need to upgrade the power grid. So, it is just, it's a mess. And they know it's a mess. And they're not fixing it. And when something happens, then they have to do something. Um, PN1 gets around like a copper penny. Oh, that's too funny. Well, it's an 8 hour drive one way or the other. So when I try to organize it in a way, to be able to get here and do what I got to do. So, but yes, Brenda's just somebody else had said that earlier. 10,000 cattle just dropped dead in Kansas over the weekend. That's bizarre. Who knows what that is? So there. I have to laugh because the when the power is going out and there's blackouts going on, you've had fair warning. They've been telling people that this is going to happen. I had no worries. Biden will blame us for the power failure. Well, of course, it's never, they're never going to take personal responsibility. Pinball talked about a 2-day power outage in Ohio currently happening. Yeah, there's different parts of the country right now that have the power out. They haven't even told them when the power is going to come back on. There's issues, and I'm going to tell you, I can't say for fact that this is a fact. But I wouldn't be surprised if. How does that sound, right? It would not shock me if there has been sabotage going on, and issues that way, causing issues with the power grid. They know that there's people going after the power grid, so that's why they're coming out with there may be blackouts for whatever reason. Now, I'm not saying that that is what is happening, but I would not be surprised if that's part of the problem. Like I said, again, the major part of the problem is that our power grid is ridiculously outdated. It needs to be upgraded. What we need to really focus on doing in this country as a country is get manufacturing back here to the United States of America and stop shipping everything out overseas to foreign countries, and then we're relying on them to get what we need to have. That's a huge, huge issue, and that's not being properly dealt with either. So, it's amazing to me that we are, like, you look at how reliant we are on China, folks. If China tomorrow said, hey, that's it, we're done with the United States, we're not giving them any more products. Now, we help their economy hugely because like I said, again, look at everything around you. Let me see if I can't. Okay, we're going to try this. And I'm going to just see. Calamine lotion. Let's see where it was made. Let's see. I'm trying to see on here where it said where this was made. And of course, I'm not seeing it. Of course, that would be the case. Hi, baby girl. So, um, that one I don't know. All right, we'll try this. We'll try. Let's see if we got it on this one. Oh no, that's made in the U.S. Hey, look at that. Swab skincare lotion is actually something that's made in the U.S. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I got to kill the volume on my phone. I did not do that. Hold on a second, guys. I apologize once again. So, all right. Sorry about that. But the majority of products, if you look through your house, the majority of products are made in China. Um, it's cheap. It's easier for them to mass produce it. Their labor is, it's cheap for them to do that. So they've shipped out all this manufacturing overseas. So things are not even made here anymore, and that's part of the problem. And I honestly believe that people would be okay with paying a little bit more money with products that are made in the United States as long as the quality is in the products. We are, and I know this is not going to be a surprise to you guys, we are a throwaway society. Because things are made so cheaply, they're cheap products. Okay, so that's why you're able to get them cheaper. And so, like an example would be tools. I look for old tools, shovels, rakes, hose, whatever that I can find, that is out there. I'm like going to garage sales and always looking for products that are older, and so to me, it's really, those are quality products. The crap that you buy in the store, if it lasts you for 1 year, that's great. But if it doesn't, you just go, well, it only costs this much, and then you go buy the next one. They don't want to build things that are going to last, because if they build them to last, then you're not going to need more. And that's what they want. They want you to get, um, you know, just that rotation that you're having to buy new stuff all the time. I would rather buy a quality product one time than have to worry about buying something over and over and over again. Now, two companies, chainsaw companies. Best chainsaw companies are Steel and Husqvarna, bar none, bar none. Okay, and so they're on this level. Everybody else is down here. So again, you get what you pay for. So if you want to have a good quality product, you either buy Steel or Husqvarna. And it's weird because, like, I'm a Husqvarna guy. Love Husqvarna. I have nothing against Steel, nothing against Steel. But the first really good chainsaw that I bought a Husqvarna. I love Husqvarna. So why would I go to a different company when I have one that I like and it works well, right? So that's kind of the thing with that. And but if we build things to last, it's better, and that's what I think we need to get back to in this country. I try to buy American-made products as much as I possibly can. Sometimes, obviously, you cannot. You can't. So, be right back, intruder in the driveway. That's not good. So, yeah, today's furniture is a joke. Particle board. You look at any kind of cabinets and all those type of stuff. It's all crap. Uh, I got so when my father passed away, I picked up a bunch of metal shelving units. Okay, and the shelves themselves were like a particle board type of thing. Well, over time, because of the weight of what I've had on them, they're all bowed like this. Okay, what I started to do, and I've done it for a couple of the units already. I went out and bought 3/4 inch plywood and cut it to size and put those in there instead, because it's gonna last. It's gonna hold up. It's gonna be able to handle the weight and stuff like that. Now, the metal part of those shelving units are great. They've worked fantastic. But yeah, by Amish, exactly. Amish make really good, like those rocking chairs that I have down in West Virginia, and there's two of them still up here. They're fantastic, you know. So yeah, people used to take pride in the quality goods made in the USA. They absolutely did. And when they shipped everything out of the country because big business could make more money. So again, when it comes down to what a lot of people don't understand, who runs the country? Who runs the United States? Big business runs the United States. That's who runs the United States. Your power companies, right? Your RG&Es, your NYSEG, your Duke Energy. Those are all the power different. There's all kinds of power companies all over the country. They are part of the problem, realistically. All right. So you've got your power companies. You have big pharma. Again, we have the distinction. The United States of America is the most medicated country in the world. So, congratulations. There's a pill for every problem that you could possibly have, and they will make sure that you have it. And they don't want to give you a cure. No, no, no. We don't want to do cures. We want lifelong customers. You're depressed, we'll put you on antidepressants, which you become addicted to, that you can't just quit taking because of the side effects and the withdrawals from taking said medication. You have to either wean it down slowly over time or you just stay on it forever, right? I got an idea and it's really weird. You get depressed, you deal with it, you go through that process because we all have to deal with things, and then you move on with your life. If you never deal with the issues that you have, so you're taking medication to mask your pain or whatever's bothering you, you never have to deal with it, right? If you deal with it, you process it, you put it behind you, you move on with your life, you become stronger and a better person. I know that's a weird concept. I know it's a weird concept, but you know what? It works. Yeah, a cured customer is a lost customer. Exactly. Yeah, you know. So again, so big pharma, you have your power companies, the oil companies, right? We all know that the oil companies are a big part of control, right? So you have these big huge companies, the banks, right? They don't have too much control over your lives, do they? Right? They control, well, wait a minute, you know, you're not a good person, you're a credit risk, so your credit score is down here, so you're a piece of crap, so you can never get decent interest rates, you can't get a product because they assess you as a risk. There's again, so these are all things that are in place to keep you under control. The billions and billions of dollars that are lobbied every year to push congressmen, senators in whatever direction that they want them to vote in, which of course benefits these big companies. Why do you think? Why do you think? And I want you to think about this. Why do you think that certain towns in certain municipalities have laws in place about being off grid or not being off grid? Why do you think that is? Do you think it's for your safety because they're concerned about you? No, that is not the reason. The reason is that they do that is because if you are independent, they cannot control you. If they have the power that they're holding over you, if you don't pay your bill, we're turning you off. You are an obedient subject. That's exactly what you are. It's all about the money at the end of the day. It's all about the money. So, and control. Control is a big part of it as well. So, you know, again, I if you go, okay, let me give you an example because they don't these companies don't like me because I've gone to balloon festival a couple years ago. Okay, here in the town, they do a balloon festival every year, and so there's a solar company, right, trying to sell solar to people, right? Good example. So I walk up to them and I go, what kind of systems are you selling? Well, you know, and because he thinks I'm Joe customer, right? You don't realize that I'm Joe independent solar guy. Well, you know, blah 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 blah. And I go, well, do you sell grid tied or off grids? You know, oh no we only do grid tied systems. I go, why is that? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, I said, why are you not doing independent solar systems? And here comes a runaround. But those solar companies, and I want you to remember this, okay? Those solar companies are tied in with the power companies. So if they can get you to do solar, which is great, the company, power company, is buying your power at a lower rate. Look it up, not making it up. They buy it at a lower rate than they would have to produce it, then sell it back to you at a higher rate. So you get screwed. So you've put out all this money for solar, and if you don't have a backup battery system or a transfer switch, because they're not going to put that in for you, they want you to be grid tied because it keeps you dependent on the system. When the power goes out, your power goes out too. And the reason they utilize that, they say, well, we do that because we don't want power backfeeding into the system when the linemen are up there fixing the lines, because that's important. We want to keep the linemen safe, which I think is actually really important to keep the linemen safe. But again, if they design these systems the way that they should be designed, they would have a transfer switch. So when the power system goes down, you flip that transfer switch. Now your power goes into your battery system, your backup battery system. You still have power. But the problem again with that is the power company's not making money off of you if that's the case. So I have been, since we moved here, we're in our 8th year here at the property in New York. I have been independent since the very beginning when we got here. I have definitely tweaked and adjusted my solar system over time, which needed to be done. Okay. But it worked out fantastic. Okay. And now my new solar system that I have in West Virginia is an even more efficient system. My power system up here is a 24-volt system. My power system in West Virginia is a 48-volt system. So, again, power is a huge problem. We need to be more independent. So this is all going back to, I'm coming back to the topic, I promise. So guys, what are we at? 701 in the chat. We're at 253 thumbs up at this point. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that. Also, again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the more it's better for the channel and pushes us high up in the rankings. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you very much. Yeah, let me hold on. I will do that. I will text her because that's the best way to do it. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So before we continue on with this, I want to talk about the blueberry bushes really, really quickly. So somebody was like, "Oh, I'd be really pissed if somebody cut up the blueberry bushes." It happens. It's done. Like I said, he didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. So how can I be mad over something that was not done intentionally? Now, if he went out there and intentionally ran over the bushes, then I got a right to be pissed. But he didn't. He's a city boy, folks. He don't know country ways. He don't know what's a good bush and what's not a good bush. But we'll teach him. He's a good guy. Her boyfriend is a good guy, but we'll teach him. I promise. So anyway, all right. So huge issues with the power system. We all know that. They've already come out and said there's going to be power outages this year. They've already said it. So it's not like, oh my God, this is a surprise. I didn't see this coming. You knew it was coming. I would highly, highly, highly encourage all of you. And I don't even care if it is a couple of Harbor Freight solar panels with a cheapy inverter and a cheapy charge controller and a couple of Marine Deep Cycle batteries. Okay. That's not going to be a huge drain on your wallet. Get something as a backup power source. You are still going to want to charge your phones up. That's a fact. You're going to want to charge your phones up. You're going to want to be able to charge up your laptop. You want to be able to want to do those things. And if there's a power outage and you have no idea how long it's going to be, because it's not because of a storm or weather related issues, you're going to have no idea when they're going to get it back up. So having alternative power sources is hugely important. um, the beauty, if you can do it, and I don't know if you can do it or not. What are you doing, Hella? What are you doing? Come on, come here. Yeah, it's a girl. So the beauty of the beauty of having your own independent system, you're not relying on that system. When everybody else's power goes out, you're still going to have power. When I talk to people about solar systems, what I try to tell people is, even if you get one room in your house that is wired up completely off grid, it doesn't have to be a room that you use a lot of the times, but when the system goes down, at least you're going to have one place where you're going to have lights that you can plug in things and all those type of things. I think that it's slow and steady. My power system, guys, I have worked on for years, and it did not happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. It took time. So that's what you got to remember. It's you got to learn how to use it, tweak it, and go from there. Hey, Asif, it must be really bad if they are admitting it before it happens. Think, prepare for the event. 9 eggs and yes, thick neck today. Well, we're not at the egg count yet, but thank you for that part of it, Asif. And you're right. If they're warning you ahead of time, and thank you very much for the donation as well, I do appreciate that. If they're warning you ahead of time, it's going to be worse than they say. That's my take on it. I think that with those type of things happening, I think it's going to be much worse. There's no cats in here right now. Oh, hold on, guys. You're going to hear me get loud for a second. Ed, did you get my text? Hold on, she'll be coming in here in a second. So I think she'll grab Stella. Let's see if she rolls in here. So, but anyway, get small systems, get something that you can do as a backup system. Because again, if there is an extended period of time, and I want you to think about this, all right? You got a backup solar or generator. That's great. As soon as you're out of gas, again, you're back to nothing. Should you have a backup generator? Absolutely, yes, you should have a backup generator. I think it's really important to do so. Making sure you have enough gas for that generator as well. Head, come here. Oh, she's trying to sleep. Never. Sorry. I guess she's not coming in tonight, guys. So sorry. And I don't have any cats in here, so I can't show you any cats. So busted speaker now. Well, I tried to cover it up before I yelled. So, but yeah, JJ's putting up Heather's Etsy account. So anyway, Heather's doing jewelry, and she's also doing cat hats. She does human hats as well. She also does scarves. So definitely show support for her if you would, and I would appreciate that. And like I said, that is her link that JJ just threw up. She must be tired because we did have a very long, busy day. I got her up early for her, and so excellent solar panels, 250 watts, around $50. Satan Solar, Grapevine, Arizona. There you go. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to put out a tremendous amount of money. So you don't have to put out a tremendous amount of money. When is Father's Day? I do not know, Hope. I think it's coming up here. I think it's already, it's actually. Well, let's look and see if they have it on the calendar. We'll look and see. Let's see. No, I don't have it on. They don't show me on the calendar. So, oh well. Sorry about that. I have no idea. Oh, the 19th. Okay, Brenda's saying it's the 19th. This Sunday, the 18th, is Father's Day. Okay, is it the 18th, the 19th? What day, guys? The majority of people are saying the 19th. This Sunday. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's Sunday. So I have no idea. Year to year, just another day. But all right. It's okay. So we've come to agreement. It's on Sunday. There we go. June 19th. So Sharon says it's the 19th before my birthday. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, happy birthday ahead of time. So 4 days. 4 days is Father's Day. All right. So anyway, let's go back to what we're talking about here, guys. There's going to be issues with the power grid. It's going to be a continuous, ongoing thing as we continue to have more and more people in the country, and we have a power grid that is old and fragile. As we have, summertime, it gets hot. It's not a surprise. It's not anything that you don't already know. It happens, right? But if you are prepared accordingly, it's going to make things easier for you. Uh, Having independent power is great if you can't afford to do that, which it is expensive. I'm not going to lie. It is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Is it cheap? It's not. But it's something that can be, you know, worked on, like I said, again, slowly if you want to. Now, if you said to me, Ed, what should I do? I want to set up a solar system for my property. Recommendation wise, I would suggest that you go with 48-volt system right off the get go. Don't screw around. Do it right once, and then Mom's doing very, very well. Mom's doing good. Actually, I talked to her earlier today. But so anyway, you know, go 48 volts if you can afford to do it. Do it once. Bite the bullet. It costs a lot of money. It's not cheap, but in the long run, you will be grateful that you did. If you are just trying to get a small backup system to maybe run lights, like I say, charge cell phones, and those type of things, maybe run your refrigerator, that is a doable thing. It's a very doable thing. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Again, marine deep cycle batteries, they're a little over $100 a piece. If you want to go up to the next level, which is the lead acid, you can go with the Trojan batteries. Now, I don't know what they are now, but I know when I went originally and bought my Trojan batteries, I was paying $258 a piece for them. Uh, if you want to go hardcore, you go lithium ion. All right, lithium ion batteries, they are expensive. They are not cheap. Okay, not cheap at all. But again, it's better to go ahead and buy one lithium ion battery, and then you have it, it's working, it's efficient, it's going to do very, very well for you, than to have stuff that's going to crap out on you over a shorter period of time and not be as reliable. That's important as well. So definitely get your systems in order, get those things set up. So what is it? 731 in the chat. We're at 355. Somebody's not. You guys must not like doing thumbs up today. I mean, we're looking at less than 50%. But so again, guys, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so. Definitely show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that. So let's get those thumbs up rolling here. Also, again, it really makes a difference with the algorithms. It pushes us higher up in rankings, and YouTube's obviously playing games like they always do. It happens. There's not anything we can do about it. There's droves of people quitting YouTube, right? Because of all the stuff that's going on with YouTube. You have to roll with it. It's part of the game. So what do? You just, do you quit? You go, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Or do you just, excuse me, suck it up and go on? You got to suck it up and go on if that's what you want to do. They would rather have you quit. They want you to quit. And I have no intention of doing that. So, but again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Also hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So thank you ahead of time for that as well. So, but we have a lot going on in this country. There's a tremendous amount of distractions happening. There's the power grid system is one aspect of it. We're seeing issues with food production. food processing plants. Anybody that's not paying attention and doesn't know about that, you better start looking into that. A lot of mysterious fires at food processing plants. Okay, very, very scary. Very, very scary, because if there's not the food there, people will absolutely riot down the road. Do you think that all the people that are on the system, the welfare system per se, you think they're going to be okay with, oh, well, I'm sorry, there's no more food to distribute to anybody? Think they're going to be okay with that? They're not. Okay. Get your gardens in. Get your own. And here's the beauty of having your own gardens, guys. The beauty of having your own gardens is you know where the food comes from. You've grown it yourself. You know it's not all full and laced with chemicals and all kinds of other crap. And so that is a very, very smart thing to do. It also is cheaper to grow your own food. It's a good thing to know how to do, because when, not if, when SHTF truly does happen, if you have a edge up on people that have no idea what they're doing, it gives you again a better chance of survival. So you know, yeah. So sick of hearing people say that if SHTF, they will just take other people's stuff. That's just talk. Uh, I've had people for years tell me, "Oh, when SHTF comes, I'm going to come and take your stuff." Do you think I'm going to stand in the driveway and you got your truck and I'm going to say, "Okay, yeah, don't hit the garden beds, back it up, and I'll help you load it up," right? People are stupid. Realistically, the reality is, you will have some people that will attempt to take from people that have stuff, but if those people that have stuff are prepared in the proper way, they are prepared to defend what they have. You start putting rounds down line, okay? It changes people's attitudes. I can guarantee you that. If you have never been shot at, you have no idea. But once you have been shot at, it will definitely change your attitude. And in an SHTF event, folks, nobody's calling 911. Nobody's going to care. Okay. So that's something to think about as well. We're going to have to do dirty deeds. We're going to have to do things that we don't want to do. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. And, so there's a lot to wrap your minds around. I get it. I understand that. It is, it's realistically, the majority of people out here, guys, they have no idea. No idea. If you are not, so I'm going to put it like this: if you are not actively preparing to get ready to do what you need to do, then you're done. You're setting yourself up for disaster, because failure to prepare is preparing to fail. 80K Man says that on here all the time, and it's a great statement. You are preparing yourself for failure if you're not being proactive and helping yourself. Did Pinball get a strike last night? I didn't see anything about that. Yeah, JJ, yes, I have. Yep. Yep. So here's the other thing, and I want to address this one too, because you have certain individuals, right? All they stock up on is guns and ammo. Guns and ammo, because I'm just going to go again and take people's stuff. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to take other people's stuff, because that's how I'm going to survive. Stupid, 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 stupid. Because again, most people that are preppers, most are also prepared to defend what they have. And it's not quite egg count yet time. We got another full minute, so don't rush me. I'm just giving you a hard time. Don't worry, Lori. We'll get there. I promise. They're prepared to defend what they have. What we should be preparing for is wherever your bug out location is, you're bugging in, you're bugging out. Once you get to your bug out location, we need to be preparing to hunker down and try to ride out the storm. Try to keep a lowest profile as you possibly can. That's what we should all be preparing for. Not to go out there thinking we're John Rambo and going and taking from other people, because I will guarantee you this: what will be taken is the weapon off of your dead body when you are shot because you're acting like an idiot. Okay. Guns and ammo are great to have, and I think everybody should have them. I absolutely do. You should have proper training and know what to do and how to use them. I think that's also very important. But at the same time, there's more to prepping than guns and ammo. You cannot eat guns and ammo. So having proper food storage is a big thing. So we're going to get back into this in just a moment. It is now egg count time. So again, before we get into the egg count, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, let's do that to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time. Again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithms. So if you have not done so yet, please do so, and I do appreciate that. Also, it is if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So I'll give you guys a minute to get your guesses in. How many eggs, and yes or no, did Thick Neck lay today? All right, so I will give you a moment to do that. All right. So I will take a drink of the awesome green tea at 99 cents a can. It has never gone up in price. Thank you. I'm now hearing the thunder outside, guys, because we definitely have a storm on the way in here. And it was coming. We knew it was going to be coming. So, all right. If you had the exact same guess as Angela Fleming and many others, one of those being Old and Slow, 10 eggs, and yes, Thick Neck laid today. So they did very well. I was happy to see my girls. I missed them. And so we actually went out and got more bedding today. Heather and I did as well. I'm telling you guys, we did all our running early, got my video up, got everything taken care of, and then I said, okay, we got a 6-hour window before the live stream, but we got an early start, and so by the time we had everything that we needed to get done today done, we got back here and we hopped on that bike and we had an awesome time. It was an awesome ride. Got to go visit some dear friends, Patty and John, who also they watched the stream. They're the ones, Patty and John are the ones that helped me put up the greenhouse here in New York. The most awesome couple that I know. They were high school sweethearts, and they have been married for a very long time. But they're awesome people. So it was nice to see them today. I'm going to try to get back over and visit with them again before I head back down to West Virginia. But anyway, it was a great day. It was a great day. So, but very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Hey, listen, anytime that I get to ride, that I get to spend time with my daughter, that to me is a win-win. So let's get back to prepping, guys. I want to talk about this more. All right. This is the scenario that I want you all to think about. Now, I realize that most of you are preppers. Most of you that are watching this channel have some degree of preparedness done. Okay. But I always like to use this scenario, and I try to explain this to people. If the power went out tomorrow and did not come back on, it's not coming back on, how ready are you for a long duration event, power wise, food wise, being able to defend yourself, shelter, warm clothes, extra boots, extra shoes, all those type of things. How ready are you for those type of things? Because when that time comes, and it's coming, you're going to have what you have. That's it. There's no more running to the store. The only things you're going to be adding after that event is whatever you scavenge off of dead bodies. Or if you're going out in forage teams, putting yourself at risk to see what's out there that you could utilize for your group and for your people. That is also a very dangerous situation to put yourself in. Very dangerous situation to put yourself in. Again, I have stated from the very beginning, for years I've been talking about this. My game plan is to hunker down, to try to ride it out, try to work with my group, try to work with my neighbors, try to, keep a low profile as possible while we continue to try to live as normally as possible. There is going to be no normal in a post event, guys. We're never going to go back to a normal in a post event. Once a true SHTF situation happens, there's not going to be oh, everything's going to go back to normal. It's never going to go back to normal. So what you have to realize is, even if you have a group, let's say you have a group, okay, some of those people in your group are not going to make it. They're not going to make it because they're going to realize how difficult it is to survive after an event, and they're not going to want to. So they're going to quit. That's what's going to happen. I'll tell you who's going to survive. It's not the biggest, the toughest, or the strongest guy. He's got an advantage. The biggest, toughest, and strongest guy has an advantage. But the ones that are going to survive an SHTF event better than anybody else have this right here between their ears. They have determination. They have perseverance. They're stubborn by nature. They're determined people. Those are the ones that when you tell them, you can't do that, right? There's no way you can do that. The people that say, watch me do it, those are the ones that are going to survive because they have the right mental attitude. The right mental attitude. And that's going to be a huge factor if we make it or if we don't make it in an SHTF event. And I really want you guys to think about that because that is huge. It's unbelievably huge. So again, planning ahead, looking at what you got. And I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee you. Now, they say 93% of people in this country are not prepared for a 2-week disaster. 2 weeks. They're not ready for that. That's a lot of victims out there looking to take whatever they can get to survive and go on, right? A lot. Of the people, that other 7%, I would say 2% of the 7% are ready, really ready for a serious long-term event. Like I said, I've been prepping for a very, very long time. I've put a lot of thought process into this, planning, and I know what I need to do, and I know what I needed to take care of, and I've been doing those things. So that gives me a huge advantage, in my opinion, okay? Because eventually, your food stores are going to run out. You're not going to have any of your original preps left down the road, 5-6 years down the road. All those are going to be gone. So hopefully, in that time period, you have learned how to store food, grow food, gather food, wild edibles, whatever's in season gets eaten. Dandelions are the first things that come up every year, guys, and people look at them like they're weeds. They're not weeds. That's food. Okay? So again, planning ahead, knowing what your wild edibles are, hugely, hugely important. I've talked about this a lot through the years. I've encouraged you to get the books, even if you don't look at them right now. If you get the books that show you how to eat or to get wild edibles, that is hugely important. Hugely important. Okay, so do that. Knowing what to eat, what not to eat. Knowing your medical wild plants as well. That's another thing because people are still going to get headaches. They're still going to get diarrhea. They're still going to get, they're going to get bound up. What are you going to do to take care of these things? There's still going to be things happen. Emergencies are going to happen. You're going to cut yourself stupidly. Those things are going to happen. Are you ready to deal with those things? Are you ready to take care of that so that your life is better, right? And those are all things that we need to plan ahead of time. Listen, I don't care how many medical supplies you have stocked up. At some point, they're going to run out. That's a fact. So what have you done? What have you done to prepare for that contingency when that time comes? What are you going to do when there's no more bandages? People are still going to cut themselves. So have you learned how to process cotton? If you're in the South and you're near where cotton grows, do you know how to get cotton, how to make it into clothing, how to utilize that for the things that you need to have? Barter, guys, not right away, But barter is going to be the rule of the day down the road. I'm going to tell you right now, we basically, and I've said this many, many times, we got to get through the first year. If we survive the first year of SHTF, 90% of the people in this country will be gone. So that's a lot less people fighting for the resources that are out there. Now, there will be bad groups of people out there that have bad intentions, that are going to be takers. That is a fact. If you don't think that that's going to be the case, you're delusional. I want you to think about this. You got an army unit, good guys, right? Good guys. They've been working together and stuff like that. They got the training, they have weapons, they're ready to go, right? They're ready to go. SHTF happens. They're off over here, and you know, some of them may jet off and go to their families, but some of them may say, hey, wait a minute. If we work together, because we're trained, we know what we're doing, uh, we can go and gather and get stuff that we need to survive. Because those MREs are going to run out. They're going to run out of food. They're going to get hungry just like everybody else is going to get hungry. And they're, have that potential, not guaranteed that they would do this, but there is that potential that they could do bad things. They could turn into a bad group. Motorcycle clubs, folks, there's tons of them in this country. I can't even begin to guess how many motorcycle clubs are out there, right? 1% clubs I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the mom and pop weekend riding where, rah, rah, rahing. We're not talking about those folks. We're talking about the people that are antisocial, don't like society as it is anyway. They breed or band together. They're already together. SHTF happens. Now all bets are off. Okay. So they're going to do what they need to do. And they're already a brotherhood and sisterhood. So they're already going to work together. They're going to take care of their own stuff, and they don't care. They don't care. So again, something else to think about. So again, there's a lot of contingencies that go with all of it, and you need to think about that. Again, I'm going to encourage you to get together with a group. Oh, wait a minute. I got to find. Oh, I do have it right here. Cool. I brought my ledger with me because it's almost shout out time. And I'm like, I got to make sure I have my ledger because I have my list for shout outs in there. And I didn't want to leave that in West Virginia because then I would be doing it by the seat of my pants. But again, if you can connect with the group, I would highly encourage you to do so. But one percenters are fine if you don't mess with them. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, I have zero issue with one percenters. They mind their own business. They don't bother you unless you're a jerk. If you've got an attitude and you think you're a tough guy and you're going to give them a hard time, you're going to find a hard time. I have partied with different ones, different clubs. I've been in clubhouses. I've never had an issue. But like I said, I'm respectful, and it's just you have to realize, the environment that you're in and act accordingly. You don't act like a jerk. You don't go in there thinking you own the place. So, no, one percenters guys, I think that they're awesome. Love the part. They're a great group of guys. Like I said, just don't be a jerk and don't think that you can act a certain way and get away with it. So that's just, that's just the way that goes. But again, like I'm talking an SHTF event. They're already a club. They're already working together. Now, what do you think they're going to do in an SHTF event? And I would almost guarantee you, a lot of those one percenters, or a lot of them are ex-military. Okay. So they probably prep already anyway. They're already probably prepared to do what they need to do. And so it would not shock me if, a bunch of these one percenters have places where they're going to go and they're going to work together from there. So, that's also something to think about. But again, there is so many things. We have no idea what's going to happen. And, we just kind of have to go from there. But, so thankful my son-in-law is ex-military and my daughter was a medic in the Army. Well, that's cool. And that makes a difference. I'll tell you what, the more ex-military and police officers that I could get in my group, I would absolutely welcome them with open arms, because these are folks that are trained. They know how to do things. They know how to take care of things. They don't panic in panic situations. Because there's the other part of it, folks. When it all goes sideways, there will be a great deal of people that will absolutely panic. They'll lose their minds. They're going to go crazy. They won't know what to do. Even so-called preppers, if they are not properly mentally ready for what's going to happen as well, you know, I think being an ex-military is a huge advantage because again, we have training. We know what to look for. We know different tactics and all those type of things. We're properly trained in how to handle weapons, and all those type of things. And I think that that's another important aspect of it. But I'm going to tell you what, if you think that the police officers, the EMTs, the nurses, the doctors are all going to be sitting in the hospitals continuing to do that what they're going to do and help everybody when SHTF happens, you're delusional because they're not. They're going to take care of their families. Okay, they're going to take care of their families. So, but all right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to do some shout outs because I have my list now, which I kept saying I was going to do that for a long time and didn't do it for a long time, and so now I have that. So before we get into the list, I would ask you if you have not shot a thumbs up yet. Let's see how we're at 500. Let's shoot. We got 20 minutes to go. Let's shoot for 650. Let's go for 650 on the thumbs up, guys. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, we got 700 people still in the chat. Let's shoot that thumbs up to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that ahead of time. Also, again, it really does make a big difference with the algorithms. So I thank you for doing it for that reason as well. Pushes us up higher in the rankings with YouTube. Also, again, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications. So we're at 521. The goal is 650 thumbs up. So let's get that rocking. All right. So first of all, we have Icky Can, who's my buddy up in Canada. Is a good dude. I would ask you to please go support him and his channel. And he's, like I said, very, very down-to-earth individual and living off grid for several years now as well, and doing his own thing up there, which I think is awesome. We have Angry Prepper with Jason down in New York City. Love Jason. You guys know I love Jason. I think he's awesome. He is a good dude, and he is very squared away. And that's what I like. I mean, he's a no-nonsense, no BS kind of guy. And that's what you need to have when SHTF goes bad. Okay? Alaskan Prepper with Rudy, another guy who I think is outstanding. A lot of good information with Rudy. Very, very down to earth and very humble as well. So I really like him as well. You also have Alaskan Granny up in Alaska, right? Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Soft Reliance. One of the things that really impressed me this year with Sean, he was, he's been working on building over the winter. He's been working on building his cabin in his new location. As soon as the spring got here, he went full force into his gardens, working on those, planting trees, getting all those things done, trying to be as self-sufficient as he can be. Again, hugely, hugely, hugely important. He's another guy that gets it. He really, really does, and I think he's a squared-away individual. Then we have North Shore Preparedness, and up in Canada as well. He just crossed 1,000 subscribers recently, so congratulations to him for that. We have Corporal's Corner. There's Bjorn Hansen, 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. We have Bizariza Jizza, who is in Greece, New York, with the Carrington Chronicles. Another good story there. Definitely check that out, okay? Marfugal News with Adam and Dax. Adam is out on the West Coast in Seattle. Good information he's always putting out as well. I think he's a good dude, okay? Let's see, where am I? We have Magic Prepper, who is in North Dakota. Wrangle Star with Cody, another really, really good channel. Red Poppy Ranch. There is Survival Lily. Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota. I like his stuff as well. Really good guy. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods. Husband and wife, also in Minnesota. Good people, very, very down to earth, and you can learn. You can learn a lot from them, and they're trying to help people, which I think is an important thing as well. You have Green Greg's. A lot of good information with Green Greg's as well, so definitely check him out. Southern Prepper 1. We have Gray Man Prepping, St. Bernard Acres with Joe. You have Doug and Stacy, another really awesome channel. Again, you can learn a lot from them. Let's see. The Nomadic Movement down in Panama, another young couple trying to make a go at it, trying to put people together to work together. Really, really cool as well. The Green Dream Project, really good as well. They're out in Arizona. I think they got an awesome channel as well. Monkey Rex, a lot of good information with him, with the news and stuff going on. The Needy Homesteader, again, she does a lot of canning stuff and all that type of stuff. A lot of good information on her channel, okay? Boss of the Swamp, he's been around for a very long time. A lot of great information with him as well. Let's see, Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love his channel. I think Diamond is a very hugely intelligent individual. Gives a lot of great information. Petra with the Appalachian Homestead. Again, another good channel. A lot of good information. City Prepper, Lumina Acres. Suspicious Observer, love him too. Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist. Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands in La Palma. So like his stuff as well. Mary Greeley News, a lot of good information with her. She's really hyper focused on Yellowstone, and anybody that's been paying attention knows Yellowstone has been having devastating flooding going on in that area right now. Okay. Alaskan Granny is now Alaskan Granny 2. Oh, she got axed. Ah, okay. Well, I will change that. I'll put Alaskan Granny 2. Let me just go. I will change that up. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know that. So hold on a second. All right, where was I here now? All right, Adapt 2030, Ice Age Farmer, Ryan Hall, y'all with the weather, love him as well. I think he's amazing. Russell Brand, I love Russell Brand. I think he is a very sharp individual, and makes great points. Makes great points. Deep South Homestead, another good channel if you're looking for information. They have it. They're good people. The Outsider, I like what he's doing as well. The Fit Farmer is a newer channel that I've been recommending. I like what they're doing as well. Prepper Princess, Simple Life Reclaimed. Town Seeds is definitely another really good channel. A lot of, if you want like 1800 stuff, they're the ones to go to. The Prepared Mind, Pinball Preparedness, gotta love pinball. East Tennessee Preparedness, The Economic Ninja, Little House Off Gritty. I love that channel. It's a newer channel. They're in Tennessee, and a lot of good information. All right, so that is it for the shout outs. We're at 558, so we need 92 more thumbs up to hit our goal of 650 thumbs up. So again, if you have not done so, let's keep that rocking in the right direction and hit the goal, just because why not? Just for fun. So there's a lot of good information out there, guys. There's a lot of good channels. There's a lot of people that are actually trying to help people, and I think that that's important. I really, really do. There's a lot of good things that you can learn from people. They're going to show you. They're going to show you how to do it. I would be hyper vigilant on gardening channels. Learning your soils, what to do, how to enrich your soils, what plants to plant together, what plants not to plant together. Learning all those things and having that information, I think, is really, really, really important. If you can download stuff and put them in a zip drive after an SHTF event, if you have a power source, now you have all that information in a zip drive. I think that that's hugely important as well. It's going to really make a difference for you at that point in time. Okay. So, plant, get your perennials in, get as many things that will continue to grow and spread. Do that. That is huge. It's going to make a big, big difference. If you have something that you don't have to do anything for, and every year it's going to grow and make things better, that's awesome. I was over at Patty and John's today, and they were showing me their garden and everything that they're doing in their garden. All right. They got their asparagus bed that's been there, they said, like 8-9 years. She she snapped off a piece of asparagus and handed it to me. Heather and I were both eating it raw. delicious, unbelievable. It's not like store-bought asparagus, okay? There's a big difference. When you buy store-bought tomatoes and you grow your own tomatoes, the difference in taste is like night and day. The difference in taste between store-bought eggs and eggs that you have gotten from a farmer or a homestead, there is no comparison. Once you've eaten fresh eggs, you will never want to go back to buying store bought eggs again. You absolutely do not want to do that. So, but, again, get your stuff that you got to get as prepared as you possibly can, do what you need to do, uh, get those things in the ground that you can. Highly think I can't emphasize how important that is. I really can't. It is hugely important. All right. So when we're still at 547 in the chat, we're at 588. So we need what, 62 more thumbs up, guys. 62 more thumbs up to hit 650 is the goal. All right. I notice when I eat asparagus, it does not make my pee smell anymore. Really? I did not know that. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're not getting enough water in your system, okay, if you're not getting enough water in your system, I know that if I've been working really hard and I'm not drinking enough, or if I'm drinking a lot but I'm sweating out more, and then I pee, my pee's really dark yellow, which means I'm not hydrated enough. So you want to keep hydrated, especially this time of year as weather is getting warmer. And if you're working on things, make sure that you stay hydrated. Really important to do so. All right, we are going to do We Are Legion, because we are many. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. We are a huge network. We're a huge family of folks that are awoken. Okay, where is everybody from tonight? So let's do that. And it's 600 thumbs up. We need 50 more thumbs up. So let's keep that going. We got Colorado, Bumstead, Florida, Franklin County, Ohio, Utah, Waterloo, New York, Dayton, North Carolina, Connecticut, Ulster Park, New York, Morrison, Colorado, Western Iowa, BC, Canada, Central, missed that one, sorry, North Highlands of California, Campbell, Missouri, Arizona. We have Leesburg, Florida with Joan, Dallas, Texas, Chattanooga, that would be in Tennessee, San Antonio, Texas, Ridgeway, South Carolina, Northwest Georgia, Davenport, Iowa, Southwest Georgia, Mayberry, North Dakota, Mississippi is in the house. We have East Central Illinois, Southern Connecticut, Arizona once again, Erin, Tennessee, Bluefield, West Virginia. Let's see, Northeast Texas, Newfoundland, Nowhere, Oklahoma, still my favorite name, Dallas, Texas, New Jersey, Phoenix, Arizona, the UP of Michigan, very nice. We have Missouri's in the house, Southwest Colorado, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Black Mountain, North Carolina, Massachusetts, Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Sorry, guys. Just being silly. Western New York, Michigan, North Carolina, Darlington, South Carolina. We have West Virginia, Ontario, Canada, California, Missouri's in the house, Claremont, New Hampshire, Apollo, Pennsylvania, Rutherford County, New Jersey, the Pennsylvania Wilds, Southwest West Virginia, or Southern West Virginia, Alan. I know right where you are, Alan. You know where I am too. Atlanta, Rocky Ford. We have White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Yatesville, Georgia, Arizona, Southern Missouri, Eastern Shore of Maryland, Thousand Palms of California. So again, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We are this huge network of folks. We are the ones that can truly make a difference. We can make a difference now by trying to wake people up, trying to educate people. That's all we can do, folks. You might be doing it till you're blue in the face, and I've been there, and I've talked to some people, and they're never going to do a thing to help themselves. That's a fact. That is an absolute fact. But you still have to try, I think. That's my opinion. We still need to try, because I'll tell you right now, When SHTF happens, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. At that time, those of us with the proper knowledge can make a huge difference if people survive or not. Just helping people to help themselves. And I think that's important to do so. You can try to help other ways if you can. That's going to be up to you individually. It's going to depend on how many of your stores you're willing to give up to somebody else. Okay. So those are things you need to really take into perspective. Think about that ahead of time. So we're at 621 on the thumbs up. So we need 39 more to hit. No, 28 more. I'm sorry. 28 more to hit 650. So let's get that going. Let's get there. Well, we got Raven is with Northern Wisconsin. And here's the thing is we're all over the place, right? Which is kind of neat. I think that that's a really cool aspect of the prepping community, that we are all over the place. Network if you can, folks. Get to know other preppers. Even if you don't plan on working with them, forging a relationship with people, I think, is important. Willing to work with each other in a post event, I think, is really important as well. So the more interaction that we have with people, talking with people, I think is really, really important. Really, really important. So, and again, there's a lot more to prepping than the three beans or three B's, right? Band-aids, bullets, and what is it? I'm trying to think. Band-aids, bullets, and beans. That's right. So there's a lot more to it. A lot more to it, and you got to think about those things. And if you're planning ahead of time, it's going to put you in a better position. I don't want you to be victims. That's my goal. That's my mission. If I can get some of you to wake up, and I know I've gotten a lot of people, and I've reached a lot of people through the years, and a lot of people have gotten into prepping because of my recommendations and my suggestions, which is truly humbling to me. When I've gotten letters from people saying it's because of you getting us going that we got started and this disaster happened and we were able to ride the storm. You did it, guys, because of you. That's why you did it. You did it because of you. Maybe my words opened your ears, but it was you that took the initiative and decided not to be a victim that makes all the difference in the world. And I think that that's hugely, hugely important. So give yourselves credit as well. Maybe me saying what I say is help people, and I think that that's great. But if you're helping yourself, that's the important thing. All right. So, what are we at? 639. So we need 11 more thumbs up. So again, if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, let's get that up there to 650 and beyond. That would even be better. If we got higher than 650, that would be great. But I know you guys can do that. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. They are amazing. They're very much appreciated. And I want to thank them for what they do. It really makes a huge, huge difference. I like having a nice, clean chat. It makes a big difference. And, when you get people coming in trying to be disruptive, that doesn't do it. Yeah, now we are at 650. So we still got a couple minutes. How much higher than 650 can we go? I'm not going to set a goal. Let's just see how much higher than 650 we can get. Again, I want to thank all of you guys for being here, because without you guys here following the channel, I wouldn't be here. So I do appreciate all the support through all the years. It has been very, very, like I said, again, it's very humbling for me. I really appreciate all the support. So, but too hot here to ride my motorcycle. Oh, Kevin, no, my dear boy. That is the wrong attitude to have. It is never, never too hot to ride a motorcycle, ever. It's never too cold to ride a motorcycle. Just putting that out there. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us. It is a game that they play. Oh, you did ride today? Okay, good. I know you're busting my chops. No, like I said, I had to just give you a hard time. Again, we got to stop letting them divide us. They use race, religion, political affiliation, the vax, the unvax. These are all tools to keep us fighting amongst each other. which is the stupidest thing that we could possibly do. If we can come together as human beings and agree to work together, we can accomplish anything that we want to. That is really important, and I want you guys to remember that, okay? Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Really, really important. Also, guys, remember STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? Hang in there, guys. Keep taking care of your business. Get yourselves as ready as you possibly can. Get those solar backup systems in place to be ready to deal with the situations that are coming, because they're coming. All right? 665 on a thumbs up, which is awesome. You guys are the best. And guys, I have not seen the Top Gun Maverick yet. No, I have not seen that one yet. But anyway, guys, be safe. I will see you all in the next one. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.